Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode we've taken a look at an amazing watch, the Amazfit Bip. Now before we get started, for full disclosure, GearBest did send me this watch for review. But you all know me, right? I do honest reviews. I give you the good and bad, regardless if someone sends it to me or not. Buy my own money or not. I don't take any kind of pleasure in giving you guys fake reviews. So this is real. This is real. And I've used this for about a month now. So I really put this particular watch through its paces. So after some real-time use of this guy, I'm walking away with it with a really good impression. I'm going to tell you that right up front. And the reasons are, number one, battery life. This really does have an amazing battery life. Like right now, since I last charged it, which was about a week ago, it's still at over 80%. It's very hard to see with my eyes. Even after the LASIK, maybe you all could see it. I could turn the light on there, but it is still at 80% over a week. So they advertise between 30 and 45 days after a charge that just keeps on going. And that battery life is dependent on how you use it. I mean, if you don't use all its functions and everything, you'll stretch it out to 45 days. But if you go in there and start using some of these features, of course it's going to cut back on that battery life. Now, I do want to tell you that I'm going to do an unboxing at the end of the video because it's kind of boring and I don't want to bore you with that. I want to really show off some of the features that really sold me on this watch right up front. So there are three components to this whole thing. Now this is my cell phone and you're going to download the Me app. And I'll show you that at the end of the video when I do the unboxing. And then of course this is the charger and this is the actual watch itself with that extraordinary battery life. It's not a magnetic kind. It does have contacts, so it just sort of friction fits right into this charger and it's no problem. It doesn't have a wall wart on the end. They just give you this guy with the USB and you got to plug this into your own kind of charger. But no big deal, you should have a million of them by now. And the watch itself. Now let's go ahead and focus on the watch itself at the beginning here. Now it has Gorilla Glass up front. The outside is polycarbonate. It comes in a variety of colors. You could get it in black, dark green, light gray, and orange, and they all run about $60. And I went ahead and put a link in the description box below right to GearBest. You're seeing it do an actual update right now since I just started up the app, so it's doing some updating there. So we'll let it go ahead and do that. Actually, I could go over more features while it's updating. The display itself is a Transflective display. That's how it gets this amazing battery life. Because right now, believe it or not, there's no light on behind this. This is all reflected light. And then, of course, if it's not good enough, you could hit the button and it will backlight. So if you're in complete darkness where there's no light to reflect, it does have a backlight. So that's how it gets that amazing life. By the way, the band is 20 millimeter and you could swap them out really easy. They have the quick disconnects. So if you you know, it's unfortunate though that I was kind of hoping it was 22 millimeter band because I have the Amazfit Pace, which is another by the same brand that's really outstanding, and I also have my Samsung S3 and they all have 22 millimeter. Would have been nice if it was the same size, but they're not. It's 22 millimeter. You can see you just got done doing that update. Now another feature you're going to see right there on the back, besides those contacts for the charging, is heart rate monitor. And you could set it where it does not continuous, but it checks every now and then, or you could tell it only do at certain times, so you could sort of customize how much heart rate monitoring you want it to do. Of course, the more you do, the shorter your battery life, but then again, it's still better than anything else on the market, or better than anything else that I've used. It also has built-in GPS, and I did some walking, and I'll show you me actually walking and doing its function. But in here, I just want to show you real quick how I do my little walks, my exercising. This is one of the reasons why I lost 21 pounds so far at the beginning of the year, so doing a diet. But you just sort of wake it up by pressing the button, which also starts up that backlight, and then it sort of makes the screen interactive. And I just scoot over to activity. I want to show you the other screens this thing has. You have status, activity, weather, alarm, timer, compass, settings, and you go to activity, hit that, and then you could select what activity, and I select walking, and I hit walk. And then it acquires the GPS. Now this is not the quickest in acquiring, but you could skip that if you want. But I usually stand out there for about a minute, and then it finally acquires the GPS signal straight from the watch there. And then gives you a little countdown that it's ready to go, and then it goes into the screen. I'll let you take a look there. But it gives you live miles per hour and how far you traveled and the amount of time, and it lets you know how many calories you're burning there. It sort of will change color based on all that. So pretty neat. I don't think it does. Oh, as it's going, I guess you can also look at your steps, and I don't know. I never actually scooted down on that before when I was walking, so oh well, that might be, I don't know what that is, but I usually just keep it on that screen. So once you're finished walking, you just press and hold this button. There's only one button on the side. It's a button, not a stem. And then it asks you to confirm that you're ending, and you hit end, and then it will go ahead and finalize all the data and transfer it to your cell phone, and then you can look at that data. And it's an amazing amount of data. Now I'm going to show you some of this stuff on this app, because it is quite amazing. I guess what they call it, Amazfit. First I want to show you sleep, because I've been sleeping with this thing too. So I've been using it 24/7 for a couple weeks. Anyway, I can sort of take a look at my sleep patterns, which I haven't been sleeping too good lately. So you can see last night I only had 2.5 hours of deep sleep and 2.5 hours of light sleep, and I was awake for 2 minutes and slept for a total of 5 hours. And you can see the areas of dark and light sleep. Pretty neat. Now I want to show you my morning walk. I took a little bit of a walk this morning. By the way, there's heart rate, and my current weight is actually, I need to update that, because this morning I weighed myself and I was 219, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. Now the whole world knows how much I weigh. Great. Let me see. I gotta remember. I'm still getting used to this. Activity. I'm trying to find where you see. There it is. My last activity was this morning when I went walking early this morning. I'm a slow walker, so don't laugh, but you know, I got a bad back. And there's all the walks that I've done this week. And we'll go ahead and hit that last walk that I took, and you can see how it zooms in to the area. And there I was just walking around the parking lot this morning, so it's pretty cool. And you could get into all kinds of neat details. Click on details and speed, chart, all kinds of specific data. Now this will synchronize with Strava if you wanted to. It can also synchronize with Google Fit, believe it or not. And I don't even have Google Fit on the phone, but when I went on Google Fit online on the web page, it actually showed the actual steps and you know, some data, not all of the specifics, and some data. And it also didn't record the location. It always said it was from home for some reason, my home. It didn't have it from where I actually walked, but at least the steps and the important stuff did get transferred over without even having the Google Fit app on my cell phone, which was kind of cool. I'm going to show you this in the unboxing after, but again, I told you that it was boring. But you can go in and change watch faces, so I just hit profile down here and hit the actual Amazfit watch and go to watch faces, and you could choose these watch faces, and they update this app quite often. But I'll let you take a look at the watch faces that are available. Right now I have this guy chosen right here. As you can see, that's the one I've chosen. But you can go through and choose some of these. Oh, well, I accidentally hit one. So guess what? We're going to have winter load on here. I'm going to hit synchronize, and I'll let you take a look how that works. And again, this is all via Bluetooth. I had a little teeny bit of an issue getting it initially synced up, but I got it all straight. I'll let you know right up front what I had to do, because it sort of like started up and it tried to synchronize and then it wouldn't do anything and sort of got locked up. And what I did was I put it in the charger and then took it out, and it sort of woke it back up, and then it did its thing. So there's the winter theme right there, which I don't like. So I'm going to go to this theme right here, then hit sync, and you can watch it synchronize again. Doesn't take very long, scoots right along. There we go. Now I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to take a look. You know, I haven't worked the compass. This has a bunch of amazing features. I showed you the heart rate. You know, it has GPS. It also has barometer, compass. It has Bluetooth 4. That's how it syncs with the Mi Fit app. Like you're looking at, the display is 1.28 inches. It's behind that Gorilla Glass 3, as I already said. The battery, that amazing battery life, is done with only a 190 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery inside, so that's pretty neat. Took about 2.5 hours to charge from zero, and again it lasts between 30 and 45 days. The body is polycarbonate, extremely light. Again, it comes in black, green, gray, and orange, 20 millimeter band, and the weight, I said it was light, 1.1 ounces. Also, this is compatible not only with Android 4.4 or higher, but also iOS 8 and above. So there's all the specific specs. If you want to know the actual pixels in this guy, 176 by 176. One other thing this got is a 3-axis accelerometer. That's how it could measure steps if it has to throughout the day without having the GPS. What I wanted to look at is a couple of other features here just to show off. Status. There's status where it shows you steps and heart rate, things like that. Let's go back. What else do we have? We got activity. I already showed you that. Weather. Let's take a look at the weather. You couldn't get the weather. Connect to the Mi Fit app to get an update. Oh well. We'll come back to that. You could set an alarm. I don't want to set an alarm. You can set a timer. Compass. This is something I wanted to try. Now it says follow the pattern to calibrate. It says to do this, because I haven't calibrated it yet. I don't know. Maybe turn it. Oop, I think it got done. There we go. So you do the little calibration thing, and it has a real honest compass in there. Kind of cool. So that's magnetic, not GPS, because it's not going to be getting a GPS signal in here. So this actually has a real compass in it. Pretty cool. Okay, so here's the deal with the weather. The weather in my local area, it didn't have, so I put in Washington, D.C. I guess that's the closest major city. And we'll go ahead and, whoops. Just so you know, screen is locked until you hit the button, then it goes active, and then you can do things. So that's another power saving feature there. And there's your weather. And, oh, they even give you some more information there. So tomorrow I'm going to have showers to cloudy, and then Saturday they're talking about maybe even snow. Sunday, and it has like little scrolling things going on. Kind of neat. And then again it has the current weather right there. So that's kind of cool. Now if you don't like the order of things, like, you know, I saw how like status was, I think, the first thing over. You could change the order of the apps so you don't have to swipe as far to the ones that you want. You could go to your watch display settings, and here's all the different functionalities or features that are in there, and you can change the order. Like, I want my activities to be the first thing I swipe to, so I could put that up there, and I could, you know, I don't think you could do anything other than that. So, and you could hide items if you want, I see. So if you don't like the order of stuff, you can easily change it and then hit save up here. So it's really an incredible amount of features here. Just so you know, there's like 3 things down here. So you got your status with some overall stuff, and then you got activity, where you could go ahead and start the activities here or on the watch itself, and then you have your profile, where you can sort of really dig into all the settings and notifications, and don't forget to actually hit on the watch itself to get into even more features. That's where I changed the watch face, and you could go ahead and, you know, set your app alerts and what wrist your watch is going on, your weather settings. That's how I changed the weather to something that I actually got the weather for. Sleep Assistant is kind of neat because you could have it adjust how it's going to read that heart rate, which is important. So it could sort of automatically detect that you're sleeping, which is kind of cool. Idle alert, it'll let you know you're resting on your butt too much. You need to get up and start moving. Things like that. So I'm trying to think, who is this watch for? Well, there you are. I'm trying to think who this watch is for. It's $60. It is an amazing buy. I don't think you get this feature set in a watch any cheaper than this. The only downside right now is that GearBest doesn't have it exactly in stock for maybe another week, and then they'll get them in. So you might have to be a little patient. They really don't sell these too much anywhere else. You know, this is mainly a Chinese brand, but they are sort of going international, so you might actually see these start getting into other markets and other stores online. But right now, GearBest has the best deal. I did check for $60. Now, just as a comparison, you know, this is the Samsung S3, and you know this thing could cost upwards of $300 and over. And this has the same sensor set. You know, when I say sensor set, I mean the same barometer, the same GPS and compass, and you know, it has all the functions and sensors in this guy that this guy has, except this thing is like an eighth of the price, or sixth of the price. The same goes for, what's my other expensive watch? I don't have it here, unfortunately. Now they do have the Amazfit Pace, which is a higher quality build quality with ceramic bezel and the same Gorilla Glass, but it has like a harder, more sturdy kind of plastic and uses the wider screens. But you're not going to find this under $115. So this might be good for, like, you get this watch, you get the fancy watch, and then your kid is like, oh, you never get me anything, and I want to lose weight too with you, you know. So this could be good. Or maybe this is all you need, and you know, you just want something that's you can sit there and go on your exercise with and record it and everything, but you want something with a little more functionality than just a plain fitness band that only gives you the basic functions. You want something with a little bit of that smartwatch function, and that's where you can get it for $60. I mean, this is a deal that can't be beat right now. It really is good. So GearBest did send me this review, so please check GearBest. But again, you can go anywhere you want to go ahead and purchase it. I'm not going to tell you have to, but I went ahead and put the link in the description box below. So do I look skinnier? Do I look 20 pounds lighter? You can't tell. But I don't have that beach body yet. I still got the beach ball body, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it really hard. If you notice, I haven't been on here on YouTube for quite a while. I think I only did 1 or 2 videos this year so far, and that's because I've been feeling a little under the weather, had a lot going on, so I'm trying to lose weight, get healthier, so I could be here with you guys. I know some of you like my videos, especially the ones that like to use it for sleep therapy, because I could really put people to sleep, apparently. And what else is going on? I guess it's turning into a vlog. Other interesting things is I had another person hit me while driving. This time the person happened to be sleeping where I happened to be driving. So the person was like half asleep or sleeping or didn't get sleep for, you know, 2 days or whatever. And I appeared out of nowhere and they freaking sideswiped me. And I have a video of it. And I might show it to you when I do another video reminding everybody you should absolutely have a dash cam. Which, by the way, GearBest does have a lot of dash cams, and I really recommend that you get one. I'm still using the same one that they sent me from years ago, and it's already come in handy twice. So you really have to have a dash cam, and GearBest does have those. So, all right, well, I'm going to do the unboxing right now, so you can check that boring part out if you want to. looks like after about 2 hours, we're all charged up. So the next thing you want to do is check out your manual, and what you're going to do is download the Mi Fit app. You could just search for it in the Android store. In my case, I got Android. I'm sure on the iPhone you can go whatever store they have. Scan the barcode if you want to search for it. I had no problem finding it. Here it is, Mi Fit. So we'll go ahead and just install that, and then we'll check it out. Downloads nice and quick, and of course you're going to end up having to register. I don't want to do that online, but I'm going to go ahead and create an account so we can take a quick look at what the app looks like. Alright, signing in again. I had already had this account once when I used it for a different watch. Just hold this for a while. I tried for 10 seconds. I'm going to just go ahead and just hold it forever. Alright. I just got it to sync. What I ended up doing was putting it back into the power charger. When I pulled it out, then it just started syncing. So that's what I did there. Holding the button down forever doesn't help. Online, they did, in the community on the Amazfit website, they suggested uninstalling, reinstalling the app, which I had tried, and then also I just tried to reboot my phone. I tried to, all those things. But the one thing that I didn't see anywhere on the internet, so maybe this will be helpful to somebody, is I put it back in the charger, even though it was fully charged, and when I pulled it out, it automatically went into pairing mode, and it's pairing now, and this screen came up. So, I believe it's doing a firmware update. I guess that's what these little arrows right here was going on. So I don't want to take up a lot more of your time, so I'll be right back when it's done. Okay, it finished, and now it's doing more stuff. It says updating GPS. So you gotta be patient with this. Alright, looks like we are done updating, so there's what it looks like. Default screen. If I hit the button, it'll make it light up. Like, let me go ahead and turn these lights off. I want to show you that it does have that backlight right there, and you can see that backlight turn off. See that? Actually has a very good reflective screen. So anyway, first thing that seems to stand out is you can change watch faces, so that'll be kind of cool. So let's see what kind of watch faces we got. Let me go ahead and zoom out just a bit. Let's see, what watch face should we do? I kind of like this one right here. Either that one or this one. I'm going to go with this guy right here. So I'm going to sync that watch face like that. It says it's downloading. Now it says it's updating. And there we go. So that was kind of easy. Update the watch face. Incoming calls on, so I guess when you get a phone call it lets you know. It has an alarm. You have app alerts. Can't access notifications. Turn on receive alerts. I guess we could do that. Here we go. And hit allow. So I guess we need to find the notifications on this thing. Mi Fit. So we'll allow that. And then we could back. And now app alerts are turned on. Selected apps with alerts, so I guess I'll get alerts on here from the Mi Fit app, calendar, Hangouts, and visual voicemail. I can set it up where it only receives when the screen is off, but I'm going to just leave it on all the time because I want to experience it. And also, it says manage apps, so I guess I can add, yeah, I can add other apps, which is kind of cool for the alerts. Okay, just showing you some of the app here. A couple of more things. You could set up reminders. Incoming call is on, so when I get an incoming call, it should let me know. I don't have the alarm clock on. We just played around with the app alerts, and we did do the watch faces. Have a find watch feature. We could go ahead and... You heard that? Here, I'll let you hear that. Alright, so I guess if it's really quiet in the room, you can maybe hear that vibrate. Band location, you're going to set whether you're going to put it on your left or right hand. Left wrist to view info all day. So you get all these settings. You have heart rate detection. I have turn off detection. You can turn it on, and you could change the frequency of it. So I guess it can, you could have it do it every 30 minutes or every so often. And it has automatic, which says 24-hour heart rate, but it will reduce the battery life. And it has sleep assistant, improve accuracy for sleep monitor, also reduces the battery. So they let you know that all these features where it's doing sort of like a continuous heart rate kind of thing will reduce your battery life, which makes sense. That's with all the devices. Weather settings, it already has my local area there, which is kind of cool. There's the firmware, and has the umpire function. Still awake? Hello? Okay. Alright, so let's wrap things up. I hope I explained all the main features of the watch. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the description or the comments below. Hopefully someone could help you, or if I'm still checking, because I only look at the comments for about a day after I do the video, and then I got to move on to the next thing. Sorry about that, but I do have a lot of videos up on YouTube, and I can't really focus and stay on one and sort of babysit the comments. I have to move on to the next obsession, the next review, the next thing, you know. So, but go ahead and put it there. Maybe someone else can help you, and I'll help you out and answer questions for that first day after I post the video. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and of course, especially you. And I hope you have a great day or evening. Take care. Bye.